Hello, my friends. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas and have a very happy new year ahead. In this video, I wanted to talk about some of the things that I actually ended up getting for Christmas. These are fun videos to do each year because inevitably with my interest being beauty, I end up getting a few beauty related things, and it's stuff that I want to pass along to you and let you know how it goes. Also, I just think it's fascinating, like the kinds of things people get, not just in a PR situation or in a, I'm scanning the stores and I'm just trying to buy the latest things to do a video on, but in some cases here, it's the things I just wanted as a gift, and I think that's interesting. I like to hear those things from other people, and so I thought you might be interested as well. For me, I have birthday and Christmas right up together. Christmas on the 25th, my birthday on the 27th, and I did get some cool non-beauty related things. Something Bub and I kind of gifted to ourselves for our whole household are the Amazon Echo Show little doodads. They have a screen on them, you can talk to them and do all the things that the Echo does, but having the screen there I think is a really cool feature. So we're gonna have those around in different areas of the house, work them kind of like an intercom type thing. I'm gonna have one right beside the chair where I often nurse little Rhett, so it's great because, I can be hands-free, I can be making to-do lists, I can be doing all sorts of things just with my voice. So that was something I got. Bub got me the Monopoly Cheaters edition, which if you've kept up with my Instagram stories, that was so much fun. We played that back home at Mom and Dad's house, me and Pup and Bub, and it was just like hilarious. You will not want to go back to regular Monopoly after you play that. There's literally like a handcuff involved. There's all kinds of ways you're like encouraged to cheat at the game but not get caught. And so you get like rewarded for pulling off cheats, but you definitely get penalized for getting caught at cheating. So that game is just so fun. My sister gave me a ton of great, like kind of comfy, really easy to nurse in types of tops. This is one of them. It's got a cute little hood. I believe it came from Target, and I just love like everything she got is a really nice sort of lightweight, kind of loose fit, just super comfy and a lot of different looks, and so you'll just kind of see those, I think, as I do new videos. I'll be trying on my new duds. I wish Pup could just, do all my shopping for me because she finds better stuff than I find for myself. But to the beauty related stuff, you guys know my friend David, he's a makeup artist at Bergdorf Goodman in New York City with Estee Lauder, and he is always amazingly generous. Every year he gives me like a little like goodie bag basically of stuff, and I took out a few of the things to show here, and some of the other things I haven't even played with yet. Those will be revealed as I do more videos, but a few things I pulled out that I'm super excited about are the Bumble and Bumble BB Color Gloss Luminous Hair Shine for brunettes. Just like stuff I wouldn't have even thought about. Clinique has this 2-in-1 Cleansing Micellar Gel. Who knew about that? Also the Clinique Happy Gelato Cream for the body, a nice big tub of that stuff. And from Chantecaille, you don't hear me talk about that brand much, a nice rose face oil here. So yay, thank you so much, David. Got even more things in my bag, and I think it might be fun to maybe at some point do a little like luxury full face and keep some of that stuff for that kind of a video. My big birthday gift from my parents was this guy. This is the Ricky Skinny. It's a lighted makeup mirror, and I really thought it would be great because it's something you actually charge up and you could use it then anywhere in your house. So think about perfect lighting, whether I need to do my makeup one day down at the kitchen table or just various other places. I thought it actually might kind of open me up in terms of shooting in different areas, not just up here, but there's actually like a mount where you can put your phone right in your mirror space and you could shoot a video and have that great lighting wherever you want it to be. And the light is very bright. I got it out and played with it just once when I was back home, back at Mom and Dad's, and it was really, really cool. Oh, you can see here on the side how you can mount your camera. There's like a magnetic magnified mirror, a little stand that it sits up on like that. It's plenty big, it's really, really bright, and I'm just really excited to get some use out of that. I also got for Christmas from Anastasia. Remember when I was talking about vaults, and there were a lot of vaults that didn't really appeal to me, but this one did, and this was the Anastasia lip gloss vault. And they got this for me, and it's so cool. I am pumped to play with some of these different colors. It's a formula I know I love, and something that really appealed to me about this set is just all the different textures that you appear to get. Some are kind of like sparkly, some are more opaque, creamy, some just have like a barely, they're kind of pearlescent quality to them. So I think this is going gonna be so much fun going forward. And then finally from Mom and Dad, a way I really wanted to spend my Christmas money, I guess, was on ColourPop actually. I felt like I'd get a big bang for my buck. I'd get to try a lot of different things that had sort of gotten past me really as time's gone on here. And what I was planning to do today was to get everything out and just try it and put some makeup on and have fun. It's not really a review because I'm literally trying it for the first time. But I thought since this is just a haul style video anyway, let's do it on camera. So as we go, we'll reveal what I got from ColourPop here. The first thing, I got several of these face milks. As I was reading on the website, they all kind of have a little different purpose. Let me actually just pull it up so I know better what I'm talking about here. And it looks like you can get these in a bundle as well. I don't think that was actually available at the time I was looking this stuff up, but there's this watermelon face milk that says a refreshing drop of moisture to balance skin. I got the coconut one, which says nourishing drop of moisture to relieve dry skin. And then I also got the rose to soothe irritated, unhappy skin. And while these are called, they're different things like rose, coconut, watermelon, they contain other things like the rose, for example, has argan milk, rose milk, oat, and chamomile. So I was just thinking it might be kind of a fun element to add to my skincare routine. I've already got my moisturizer and SPF and stuff on right now, but maybe one of these might work nice as a primer type situation. I don't know. Let me know how you like to use them. I think I'm gonna try the coconut. Oh, coconut smells really good. I like how it's kind of lightly sweet, but I don't really feel like I'm putting suntan lotion all over my face, you know? So just rub that in. It feels, like a really moisturizing serum, actually. You know how some serums just kind of sink right into the skin and their purpose might not be to be deeply moisturizing, but just to get a certain type of ingredient on your skin. This definitely added some nice moisture. And I smelled the watermelon. That one smells great. I like how the scents seem to be so gentle with these, just not like super over the top, over fragranced. And then the rose. Oh, that might be my favorite one. That's really fresh and kind of awakening. But it's just 1 fluid ounce in each of those. And like I said, if I can find that set that's available, if it is available, I'll link to that below too. You might be noticing it's actually light outside. Mom is watching all 3 of the children right now. Thank you, Mom. On the topic of things that I really had wanted to try, but they sort of got past me, this Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer in Light 5N is what I have it in. And I'm constantly kind of on the lookout for something that's gonna perform like my nude sticks. If you haven't seen that, this is what it is. It's called Tinted Cover. It's amazing. It just makes my skin look fabulous when I put it on. It's Nude 3.5 is the shade that I wear that in, and I've used a lot of that. I find myself sometimes when I travel, I'll take a lighter weight type coverage product and also something that's a little more full coverage, and inevitably that's the thing that I'm reaching for all the time to put on. But let's see how this one from ColourPop is. It's kind of spurting out a little bit at the start, but there we go. I probably have a little more than I need at this point. Let's dab it on. I know reviews are out there on this stuff, but I haven't really watched any, so I'm going in with not really any preconceived notions here. And I'm just going in with my little Real Techniques Expert Face Brush here. Oops. It's the Expert Face Brush brush head, but just a shorter handle. I got it in a little Christmas ornament style thing probably a year ago. But just buffing that in, what do we think? Not gonna lie, I'm having a little bit of a did that really just do anything for my skin type reaction. I mean, I feel kind of glowy just because my skin has a ton of moisture in it right now, but coverage wise I'm kind of a little blah. I don't know, let's add a little more. Consistency wise it seems pretty runny. And that's okay, you know, it is a lightweight product. I'm not trying to make it be over the top more than what it is, but I wouldn't mind a little extra coverage, so we'll build it. And it is New Year's Eve as I shoot this now, and I will very likely be up around midnight, maybe a little before, a little after, who knows, because of feeding a baby. Oh no, is it gonna try to focus on that thing back there? Sorry, I just realized I might have some focusing problems because it's trying to focus on that little candle holder back there. Sorry about that if it's been happening. But I was gonna say I got a straight 5 hours of sleep last night and it was incredible. It's crazy because you're craving that sleep so much, but when your baby sleeps longer than I guess you or your body is expecting it to, you wake up and you're like, is everything okay? He's still sleeping. Sleeping like an extra hour past what he usually does. What's going on? Okay, that did actually build up the coverage a little bit, and I feel so super hydrated. If you're a dry skin person who's looking for a light coverage but sort of high moisture type product, this might be something to look into. I need to use it more, obviously. This is my first time, but paired with one of these underneath, I'm feeling a lot of moisture right now. Now, I've tried a concealer from ColourPop before, but now I've got their new Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer. It also says Pretty Fresh, so it's sort of the same range. I got Light 33C, so let's just see how it goes. See if we like the texture. I just want to feel it, you know? Ooh, it does feel really nicely creamy. Dang, I might love this. Brighten up a little bit out here, a little bit around the nose, and let's also work through this area. This shade kind of reminds me of the Brightener shade from Maybelline, the Instant Age Rewind. Maybe not quite as pinky as that, but it's a little bit that way. I really like using this brush from Real Techniques. It is a highlighting brush, actually, but it works great to buff in concealer. I like that it's not setting too fast. Seems really easy to blend. You might be wondering, like, what drove you into really wanting to try the ColourPop stuff? Well, I feel like, just generally speaking, new releases from Sephora and Ulta, I'm pretty on top of those most of the time. And for whatever reason, ColourPop just kind of, you know, I've received a little PR here recently, but a lot of these things I just didn't have. And again, it is a great bang for your buck type brand because the prices are super reasonable. But also there's this account I'm following on Instagram. I can't think of her name for the life of me, but she just does some beautiful eye looks. ColourPop probably shared one of her pictures at some point, and that's how I discovered her. But that kind of motivated me to want to try more ColourPop as well. So here we are with that concealer on. Just to the touch, I feel incredibly dewy there. I think I'm probably going to want to set that a little bit. But the coverage is pretty good. It's maybe not the best I've ever had. As you see me turn, can you still see some circle there? But I'm not mad at it, you know? Like, that's actually a pretty great look considering how light that tinted moisturizer was. It really wasn't helping out much in the coverage department, and now I've got this concealer on and I'm feeling pretty good about things. And you know what I do have? This did not come from this order, but I already had this no filter pressed powder in light. So while we're on the ColourPop train here, I may as well just use some of that and set my under eye a little bit. Set my face in general because, like I said, I'm feeling pretty dewy. This is helping my coverage ever so slightly, I think. That concealer did really nice on my redness around the nose. And this is just my e.l.f. small tapered brush, just picking up a little of that powder, kind of pressing it in. And then let's pull in my actual complexion brush here and hit some larger portions of the face. Now, I don't have a new ColourPop like blush, bronzer, or highlight, but I think I'm going to pull out my little personalized palette that I made for myself, and I'll use these down here. So the bronzer I have in the shade called Wild Card. The blush, oops, almost lost it. The blush I'll be using is the shade Zip, and my highlight is in Dreamscape. I really enjoyed putting together my own palette. That was kind of one of my makeup highlights, I think, of the year, was how good of an experience that was. Being able to choose your own shades. They make it very easy on their website. I like the thought of putting together a combo kind of eye and face palette for yourself. And the shades are just incredibly pigmented. The face colors are insanely generously sized, and so I'm just using that bronzer a little bit where I would normally bronze. And I went on after I did this palette and I made just one of 100% face stuff. So yeah, they kind of hooked me with that process. I think that's super fun. A little contour after all that, you know, green bean casserole and mac and cheese and pie. Mom just brought over some leftover cherry pie, so I'm not done. But isn't that what contour is for, my friends? Okay, next I'm gonna use this blush. It looks very like kind of light and gently peachy, but don't underestimate it. That's really, really pretty on the cheeks. I don't know if ColourPop does gift certificates, but wouldn't that be a nice thing to give someone, as just a gift certificate in the amount that would allow for someone to make their own palette if they wanted to? I think that'd be so cool. Y'all are like, yeah, we don't need the gift ideas anymore. Christmas is over, and people still have birthdays though, you know. Okay, we're gonna go to the highlight now. And, ooh, this is so pretty. Ah! Just buff that on in. That's a beautiful texture. Absolutely stunning. Juicy cheeks, that's what we're all about here. And I get a little bit on the forehead too, just whatever's left on the brush. We don't go too major there. If you got little fine lines on the forehead, you don't want to be going too hard with your highlight up in that area. And a little bit on the Cupid's bow. I am so dewy and fresh right now. Now guys, I'm going to go ahead and just do my brows. I'll do them off camera. It's not ColourPop stuff that I have. I went through, I believe, a ColourPop Skinny Brow Pencil in about 5 days. No, just kidding, but those things get used up fast. Their little brow pencils are very creamy. But I'm going to take care of that and then I'll show you what eyeshadow palette I got. My brows are done. I just used my e.l.f. Skinny Pencil and my Almay to set it, Almay Brow Styler. And then I've got my Tarte Shape Tape Eye Primer all over the lids. And then this is the palette I went for, the Going Coconuts palette. It looks just so basic, but at the same time, I was seeing look after look from other people that I thought looked really pretty. And I just thought, well, maybe let's give it a shot. Very inexpensive. And I like my neutrals. And I just kind of wanted to see what it's all about. Let's see here. Let's go for this shade called Lovely Bunch. Lovely Bunch of Coconuts. And this has a mirror in it. That's really cool, ColourPop. I just love the ability to hold a little mirror out right in front of me and have all my colors right there and, you know, it's just boom, ready to go. This would be a nice color palette to take with you places, I feel like, because, you know, it's just your basic neutrals. I can see it's got a nice rich brown in here that could take you kind of dark or on the smoky side. But you know, your looks that are just kind of appropriate to any occasion, this would probably be a good palette. Okay, so I did Lovely Bunch in the crease. Now I'm gonna do Shell Yeah, because that's a great name for a shade. And this shade is a little bit mauvey. This is a color that maybe made me look twice and say, well, it's not all just browns, you know. It's still got a little bit of fun here. So that's a little bit deeper than Lovely Bunch, and I'm letting that go in my crease, primarily on the outer part. Then I think I'll do a little blending just over that edge, keep it nice and soft and diffused. And we'll use Shredded up here, which has just a little bit of shimmer in it. Kind of a buttery shade. Use that up under the brow. And then I'm going to grab a little bit of Palm Reader right here. So right down the middle, we've got 3 shades that seem super shimmery. Let's just see how this goes on without any, whoa. I was going to say without any special attention, like using the finger to apply it. Oh, super bright. Really nice. So I'm popping that on about the inner third. And I'm just dabbing my brush into it. I'm not scrubbing or really trying to pick up a lot, but it just lays down super well. And also around the inner corner. And then let's check out this shade right here. This is called De Coco. Just a little bit of like a dirty bronze shade. Apply some of that right on the center of the lid. Dirty bronze, it's taupe. That's what I meant to say, taupe. Where are my Kristen Game fans at? Get that all over here. That's pretty. That's kind of like one shadow look type business with that color. Is it just me, or does it seem like ColourPop is releasing something new like every other day? It can be a brand that, like I said at the start of the video, I feel like I've missed things because it's hard to keep up with. I'm sure I'm not the only one who feels that way. I'm going to try dabbing a little bit more of this taupe down here. Just for a little more impact. It still went on fine with the brush, but you know, I just like to play. And then I've got to see what Nutty's made of. I want to see exactly how dark is this shade, how much impact will that provide. It's a nice dark cool brown. So my cool shadow fans could probably get a lot of enjoyment out of this. That's really nice. I love the way that looks there in the outer corner, kind of getting up to my crease. The texture of these shadows is just really, really pleasant to work with, I gotta say. I'm gonna go back into a little bit of Shell Yeah, just a little bit. And I'm gonna use this in my crease to kind of help that darker shade blend in. Just kind of go back and forth over it. See what I'm doing there? But I think my description for this palette would be classic. You know, it gives you those shimmery pops, which are fun, but they're not out of control. That was easy to use there, you know, on my inner corner, that brighter shade. The mattes are really smooth and nice. I'm loving the addition of this color in with all these other types of shades. So yeah, I like that look. I like it a lot. Next up, what I'm gonna do is just do my mascara. I'm gonna keep it just a light, easy look today. Maybe a little light liner in the lower inner rim, and then we will talk lips because we've got a lot to talk about there. Okay, so I've got my superhero mascara on the upper lashes and my Thrive liquid lash extensions on the lower lashes because it does not smudge. And then the Lucky Streak, it's a vault. When I was doing the vault video, I guess this didn't really catch my eye, but it's what appear to be 8 different full size, just a tint pencils. So I love this kind of product, something that's sort of like tinted lip balm style. Jumbo sticks really appeal to me, so I'm gonna try on a few of these for you here right now. This one's Chubby Bunny, it's the light pink. Really curious to see how this goes on. They cap really tightly, which is good to see. Fruity scent there, for sure, fruity. Smells kind of like a gummy bear or something. Feels fantastic, feels very lip balm-like. And this color, while it is on the sheer side, it's not like non-existent, you know, you can really see it. Love that. Let's go for one of these like nude type colors. This one's called Pop Quiz. Gorgeous, gorgeous natural kind of peachy nude color. Absolutely love it. And the feel is really outstanding. Just very creamy, but not too thin. Really feels like you're just putting on lip balm. I tell you what, you guys are gonna be seeing more of these on me in the future. This one looks like maybe the darkest shade in the mix, and it's called A Go-Go. Oh, I do love a soft red, but that's, you know, that is bringing quite a bit more color than you might think out of this texture. That's really nice, and there's like not a ton of shine coming off of these, but just a little sheen as they catch the light. Wow. This set for me was kind of a shot in the dark. I'd never tried this formula before, but I'm really glad I got this. And then the last two things that I got are these called Velvet Blur. I was really curious about this formula, and I got the shades Slow Dance and Virgo Moon. Slow Dance looks like kind of a deep brownish red, heavier on the brown than the red probably, and Virgo Moon, maybe a very dusty rose. So let's just see what this means even. Beautiful scent on that. It's very lightly sweet. So I'm applying it like regular lipstick, and it does feel velvety. It almost feels like it's gliding across the top of the lips. It's so different from that last formula I put on, which felt very moisturizing. To touch my lips and to kind of press my lips together, there's definitely kind of some dryness there. It almost feels like absolutely nothing is on, but the shade is definitely fully matte. I wonder if this is doing a little bit of a staining thing. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to wear it a while to determine the staying power, but that's Virgo Moon right there, and that's really pretty. I'm just not totally sure what distinguishes this kind of shade from just a standard matte, because it just looks like a matte lipstick to me. Okay, the color really is seeming to want to cling onto my lips though as I'm trying to remove it. I could also see applying it in a really sheer way, one of these shades, and maybe that blur idea is a little more apparent. Okay, now this is that deeper shade, the one called Slow Dance. So pretty, like really glamorous feeling, but not in your standard bright red vibe. I really like it. I'm interested to see how it wears though. Are my lips gonna feel really dried out? Is it gonna stain and just really wear like crazy? We'll see. I can pretty much bet that they're gonna have better staying power than these would, but it's just a different, it's apples and oranges, right? Because these are your moisturizing balm-like product. These are your matte, more bold type of lipstick. It's two different ball games there. But here's my finished look, and I tell you what, I'm pretty dang happy with the way the complexion looks, and it's kind of funny because I think two things came together that are overall not that great of coverage. Like this definitely is very light. This concealer kind of could have done more just in comparison to some other things, but together I feel like I still have this really radiant looking skin, and I'm happy with the coverage actually. Again, I've got the face milk underneath. That's going to be fun to play with those and see if they have any different effects, the different ones underneath my makeup. I think I'm going to like the Going Coconuts palette while it is just so basic, and I know there are probably a lot of similar things out there. I'm not saying like everybody run out and get this super unique palette, but I got it and I do like it, and I like ColourPop's formula a lot. I'm hoping that my light shimmery shade has enough staying power to kind of hang on there, because I think the look is just very classic and beautiful, and that lip with it, this really deep rusty red, is so pretty. And I think the Lucky Streak, these are going to be so much fun. I'm super excited about that. So wow, a lot of great hits here from this little haul. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you you've tried any of these products, what you think of them, if you have any recommendations as far as application, just anything you'd like to share. I always run into great little nuggets of info from you guys in the comments. So thank you so much for watching. I'm wishing you all a very happy new year, and I will see you again soon. Bye.